The West Side people actually inconvenience them for 5 days actually very fair. They are so close to Malaysia, their life like Malaysian life, right? They should be used to this kind of thing.
Like so many people moving at once, I need to read
That's why. Maybe this is justified.
Recently, something affected over 300 plus thousand Singaporeans, and it is the top of the town. So if you are living in the better side of Singapore and you didn't get to experience it, okay, lucky you. I'm talking about the major breakdown of the East-West line, and specifically from Jurong East to Queenstown. So for some context, right, I'll show you guys exactly what happened that resulted in the 5 days disruption of the train service.
Wow.
I think this video explains it well.
Here's why the East-West line is experiencing major disruptions. On Wednesday morning, a first-generation Kawasaki Heavy Industries train that had been in service for over 35 years encountered a fault. It was withdrawn to Ulu Pandan Depot, but on the way there, the train's defective axle box dislodged and fell. This caused the wheels to come off the running rail, severely damaging the track equipment. This in turn caused a power trip at around 9:25 AM, which led to a major disruption to train services between Boon Lay and Queenstown stations. The power trip also caused another train to stall near Clementi station, so it was unable to proceed to the station platform. All 850 passengers had to get off the train and cross over to the station platform via train tracks. All passengers arrived at Clementi MRT safely. After overnight checks, engineers found a total of 34 different rail breaks across 1.6 kilometers of tracks, not just another train outage. The damage to the track equipment was so extensive that the disruptions continued on to the next day. As a result, about 358,000 commuters were affected, and huge crowds have been spotted at East-West Line stations as commuters were redirected to temporary shuttle bus services. Meanwhile, engineers from LTA and SMRT have been working round the clock to repair and subsequently conduct tests to ensure commuter safety. MOT is working towards a partial restoration of train services by Friday, September 27th, but this is subject to further testing and weather conditions, so stay tuned for more updates. Wow.
So
severe.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened to the train. I will show you guys another video, but the live version while the train was stopping and breaking down and what happened afterwards. So you can see it's on fire, and then the smoke it leaves a smoke trail.
That was the segment for.
Showing the people queuing. So they provided shuttle service, right? Yeah. So there was a lot of people were affected because it was during the rush hour. Office timing 10 AM, and then this train disruption service also extended for a few more days. And then just nice, we are in the middle of the rainy situation, right? So made
And
things
some more West
worse.
Side got a lot of people. No?
Yeah, exactly.
Way too many people.
Okay, just nice work from home.
But yeah, so some also complain. Some bosses allow but then some still have to make it to work. Like for example, if you are working as like a cashier and stuff, you cannot
Retail
work
and
from home.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see the damage is quite bad and thankfully. Right after it happened, SMRT did some damage control, such as like free regular and bridging buses between affected stations. And also, during this period, right, something was going on in Singapore also. PSLE.
Oh.
Yeah. So, thankfully, SMRT sent a text to all the taxi drivers asking them to help with shuttling students who are taking PSLE to their venues so that they will not be late.
Wow, that's actually a good
For free.
initiative.
Yeah.
That's a very quick thinking initiative.
Yeah.
So like I went to check because it is one to do a damage control, but also the effectiveness, right? The time sensitiveness of this situation. I think they took about 10 minutes to arrange all the buses right after the breakdown, and then when they go down, there are buses waiting for them.
I mean, the bus part
20
is
minutes.
okay because it happens every time there's a breakdown. But the PSLE one, that's amazing.
Quick thinking.
Yeah. So LTA also talked to SEAB, okay, the Examination Board of Singapore, right, to allow students to be late and still take the paper with the full duration of the examination and all this. So thankfully, in the whole Singapore, I think only 5 students were late.
Wow.
Only 5 PSLE students in the West Side.
Very
us all go which school, right?
Very effective like that.
So this was quite a huge thing that we received, like, on social media and stuff. So of course, there are also comments regarding the situation. I'll show you guys some comments. Okay, some good, some bad. Okay, this guy is small.
Wow.
Yeah. So those highly paid management and directors fall to prevent wheels from falling off. It's a systemic problem caused by incompetency of higher management. You can see, this is one of the students actually. Hello, I'm a BSI student and I saw that there was free taxis ride lah. Hope that everybody's okay.
Wow, nice.
1 out of 5.
Then one complaint, 35-year-old train walan. Yearly increase the price, change lah. COE can renew 3 times. How many you want to use the train for?
He's another one who's supposed to take PSLE never take one.
So if they actually work to maintain the infrastructure on a daily basis, they don't have to even work overnight. This was one of the posts where they show the engineers working overnight.
This is ridiculous lah. What the hell? Maintain infrastructure daily. You kidding me?
How foolish and idiotic and pathetic to still increase the transport fare. Alibaba.
Transport fare is not determined by this one.
Thank you for working there. These are some supportive comments lah for the engineers. Yeah. So you can see some support, but then some, of course, talk shit about the SMRT and stuff like that. I feel that the frustration towards the situation is warranted. But do you think SMRT deserve all the shit that they're getting?
Okay, firstly, the use of the train, right? I don't care how old is the train lah. There is some mechanical fault towards the train, right? Then that caused the breakdown, right? But you cannot. Okay, when they find out there's a mechanical fault, right? They straight away bring the train to safety, right? Want to go towards a parking, right? But they cannot expect that because of the mechanical fault, right? It damaged all the tracks, right? Which caused the big delay. This one you cannot
foresee.
Foresee one. Like if there's a problem straight away, right? They straight away, okay, never mind. I this train cannot be used anymore. I need to have the buses up and running. I need to have the cab up and running for the students. This one, the quick response is the best. But like the track damages from the train, right? How can they ever prevent it? Even if I polish my train every day, right? I don't know that the wheel of the
Will come
off and then cause so much damage, right? The damage of the tracks, right, is what causes the delay for many days because they need to
fix the cracks.
But I don't think that is a fair characterization of what the other side feels, ma. Because they're not saying you should have predicted that the train could have caused this damage. They're not saying that. What they're saying is, it's an old train. Maybe do a bit more due diligence in your checks. Because if you had rectified the train, maybe this part you realize there's potential for fault or whatsoever and you amend it and stuff, it wouldn't have flown off and it wouldn't have caused this issue. So it's not the part about the tracks being damaged that you should have predicted. But you should have done the SOP so that nothing else can possibly happen from there.
And just nice, they very sway. Recently, there was also another fault in Circle Line. And the fault, right, is due to a SOP failure.
I mean, if the error is because of SOP or human error, right, then there's like, okay lah, you blame them, okay. But this one, right, I feel like it's for mechanical issue, things that you cannot like foresee. Then
no, but the mechanical issue part, if you do your usual checks, it will turn up to be there's signs of wear and tear, and maybe it's the right time to.
For them, I believe, right, there will be like a lifespan of how long we should replace the whole MRT.
Correct, but it's not about replacing, ma.
Yeah, so based on that, let's say the train can have a lifespan of 50 or 60 years. But then we see, actually 35 years still decent, So let's say my technicians, they go and check. Okay, what today everything, like let's say like USS, right, everything okay. But suddenly just that moment, or maybe it could be like weather or whatever, or expansion and that kind of thing, then it broke at that moment. Things that they really cannot like foresee. Then this kind of error is like really inevitable lah. I
mean, if it's really an inevitable issue, then you cannot blame them lah. But if let's say checks could have been done that could have prevented something like this from happening, then the frustration and all the shit hurling that is happening is warranted.
You know what? Okay, I understand their frustration because like it really affects their daily routine and everything, right? But you know when there's this comment, right? The guy say that you pay the higher management so much money or something
That
like
is
that.
stupid. He never take PSLE.
Yeah, so for me, I feel right. You know, just now when you say what a quick thinking when they can immediately activate all the taxi drivers, right? If people who are higher management, right, they don't have the capability to solve issues and to have the cognitive thinking skills, right, they will not be able to come up with this kind of ideas quick enough.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true.
So if you put like someone who has lower capability of thinking skills, they cannot come up with this idea. So is it warranted to give them that kind of pay? Go ahead. I feel they deserve it, man.
The West Side people actually inconvenience them for 5 days actually very fair. They are so close to Malaysia. Their life like Malaysian life, right? They should be used to this kind of thing. Yeah.
Like so many people moving at once, I need to read
That's
this.
why. Maybe this is justified. This is more than justified.
even justified.
They've been living a normal Singaporean life like us East Siders. Though.
They need to experience some shit.
Yeah.
It's a joke, right? Maybe.
So despite all the breakdown and the occasional problems that Singapore public transport has, right? Do you still think that Singapore's public transport is actually good?
It's excellent. World class, maybe top in the world also, you can make the case. Which is why the West Side is expensive. Way too good.
Okay, I believe our transport system is the best. Okay, I don't know, is it like top in the world, but I believe it's super good. To the point where, right, buying a car doesn't make sense. Yeah, like we are like, oh my god, our transport system is so good. No, why would I need to ever buy a car? Yeah.
You know, like from Sengkang, right, if you want to go to your house, if you take Grab, right, sometimes it's further and longer, compared to you just take a train.
Yes,
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Until sometimes I take Grab, I reach like maybe minus 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Minus 10 minutes, minus 15 minutes,
Yeah,
and I still
different.
pay like
Like you go Vivo, from let's say from Sengkang go Vivo, right, one line all the way, 30 minutes. But if you take the Grab
30
all
minutes
this, right,
includes wait time, no?
Yeah.
there's no way 30 minutes.
Yes.
if you take
It's
Grab all
end-to-end,
this,
no.
yeah, really,
Almost, yeah.
Purple line is super fast.
fast,
Purple line is super
very
fast.
And then now they add the brown line, the blue line, the
Yeah.
green line, all the lime green line. all
Some
this.
literally just right in front of your house door.
Okay, so then if it's good, right, and people are still making a lot of noise about it, right, do you think then it might be because of the bubble that a lot of Singaporeans are in that cause the myopic view and having just this complaining nature?
Because I feel that, okay, Singaporean, right, we expect certain things to run well, right? And if there is an inconvenience to you, I feel it's okay to make noise. If let's say the East Sider kena,
Ni baru East Side different.
Tanah Merah to Bugis or something, or Raffles Place, Tanjung Pagar, I also make noise. I feel it's justified to make noise lah.
And one other reason is if let's say now the government is actually increasing the transport costs. Every couple of years they increase like 3-4 cents or whatsoever. You also feel like if you're going to increase, then jolly well do your part also. If you're taking my money and you're not doing your checks and stuff like that, and maybe one of your CEOs 3-4 batches ago was so focused on creating like malls and stuff so that they can monetize and put the actual mechanical stuff at jeopardy, like the trains and all were not being well maintained because they were focused on doing all this kind of stuff, right? Then it is very fair for people to feel this way.
How about you guys? Do you guys think that SMRT deserve all the shit that they're getting? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.